How are you? Welcome back. In case you missed this one here, this is December Analysis by Filemon Liambo. This is from A Silent Song and Other Stories. It's one of those particular short stories which are in the big anthology short stories, A Silent Song. And this is in case you missed. We're going to take a survey. We're going to look at a review of this particular short story here and the heres and theres of maybe the areas that you might have missed. So therefore, without much wasting time, let's dig into it. December Analysis by Philemon Liambo. From the Silent Song and Other Stories, characters in December by Philemon Liambo then include September, we have Ezekiel, we have September's grandfather, aka Tateluku. We also have Joseph, that is Ezekiel's brother. We have December, that is September's sister. And also we have Shuveni, that is September's childhood friend. Silas Shikongo, that is September's father. Um, Briefly, let's look at the key events in December by Philemon Liambo, because in any narrative or story, it has to have the key events. And for this one here, we have the KFC, we have the Hong Mishap, we have the traditions, or Ezekiel's hiding something, that in quotes, like the traditions. And what else do we have? We also have Silas naming convention. We also have an event at the hospital, the past visits to the hospital, and also we have rude nurse that's catching up with Shuveni, meeting December and family members affected by December's illness, and Ezekiel buried with his secret. When Ezekiel dies, he takes his secret to the grave. He had meant to let the cat out of the bag to his grandson September before he first left for the UK, but he did not. He wanted to explain why he forbade December from eating chicken. December's story is shrouded in mystery. She abruptly and mysteriously goes from an exceptionally good student to a psychiatrist patient. Ezekiel insisted that she was bewitched. Therefore, December by Philemon Liambo opens with September visiting his sister at the psychiatrist ward. December suffers from a mental illness which seems to run in the family. Um, her younger, what was that? Her younger grandfather Joseph and her late father Silas Shikongo also exhibit the characteristics and symptoms of mental illness. When his younger brother Joseph started losing track of time in his teenage years, Ezekiel called it idiotism. September remembers his grandfather when the rude attendants at KFC sneers at him. The old man does the same thing anytime that he notices what he calls traces of idiotism in his grandson, September. September is at KFC to buy some chips for his sister. December is 2 years older than December rather is 2 years older than September. Now, when he was 4 years old, December accidentally grazed him on the side of the head while weeding tomato plants. She ripped her t-shirt to stem the bleeding. When he returned from hospital, she helped to nurse him. December does not eat chicken. Her grandfather forbids it but never discloses the reason to September as to why not to eat the chicken. September is wise enough not to question, of course, quote unquote, traditions or the traditions of that setting. You may be wondering about the old names. Well, blame Silas Shikongo. He is September and December's late father. He named his last four children after the month in which they were conceived. His friends thought that he was a fool. His father, Ezekiel, was afraid that his idiotism would affect his grandchildren. Silas had an erratic conception of time. Was he also suffering from mental illness? September visits the mental health facility to see his sister. Trouble started when she started having problems with classmates, fighting, hurling insults at them, and even walking naked, talking to herself. September was puzzled that she suddenly fell ill almost inexplicably. Apart from December, Ezekiel's younger brother Joseph also suffers from a mental illness. He started developing challenges tracking time in his teens. His brother, Ezekiel, thought that he was teasing and thought that the idiotism would pass, but it wasn't. He went missing for a month. The symbol, on the other hand, fell ill shortly before completing her secondary school education. Ezekiel was heartbroken that the affliction befell his favorite granddaughter just before she achieved her dream, that is, enrollment at the teacher's training college. The old man was convinced that other forces were at work. December is now confined at a mental health facility. September has visited her several times before. The hospital surroundings are familiar to him. He has been abroad for 2.5 years studying in the UK. Now he's back and he notices some changes at the hospital, for instance, the new glass doors and reinforcements on the windows. On the previous visits, he brought mutton or beef, never chicken. She always said that she was fine but kept complaining that she was tired. September wonders whether she was tired of the hospital or of her health conditions. She is trapped rather, in both. The service at the hospital is terrible, just like the one at KFC. The nurse who speaks to September is impudent. She asserts that it is past visiting hours, but September is adamant that he must see his sister. Luckily for him, when the rude nurse calls security to throw him out, the head of security, Shuveni, is his old friend. Shuveni used to pursue December when she was younger. The two friends catch up and September is allowed to see his sister. He has 20 minutes. December is in a sorry state when he finally sets his eyes on her. Her hair is scattered, she is gaunt, thin, and her lips are swollen. The last time that she appeared this thin was when her ignorant grandfather had taken her to a healer in his desperate attempt to save his favorite granddaughter from the clutches of the mysterious affliction. The clueless healer left her looking skeletal. September gives his sister a replica of one that she taught during the wedding mishap, a jersey, a book with puzzles, and the chips that he bought at KFC. December's illness had broken their mother's heart. She aged faster. September was angry that his sister's life was on pause as life moved on. And when she remarks that Tateluku, that's the grandfather, had not visited for a while, September suddenly holds back the urge to inform her that he was dead. That is the reason that he was back from the UK. Ezekiel had a dream that Joseph was at pond where leopards drank. He was found there. He was found there eating. He was then taken to a healer by the elders. Ezekiel was asked what his brother was eating in his dream. Was it chicken? Is this why the old man forbade December from eating chicken? Ezekiel was interred while firmly holding on to these secrets. Now, this is for you good learners out there. Drop me a comment in the comment section and let's see your thoughts and your sentiments on what you think. Now, do you think Ezekiel's beliefs had anything to do with the illness? Of course, share your thoughts, as I'd already said. Leave me your comment in the comment sections of whether you think Ezekiel's beliefs had anything to do with the illness. And I'll get back to you later in our next upload, most likely today or day after tomorrow. Cheers for now.